Hey guys, my name is Alan. I have over 100 hours in Marvel Rivals, most of which are in Venom. I reached Lord rank in Venom, and I decided to make this video to share some information with you guys so that maybe you can improve and climb the rank ladder. Before you start playing Venom, it's important that you turn off Easy Swing. Easy Swing is a setting that automatically attaches your Venom Swing. Now this might sound useful, but it really isn't. On Venom, you're going to want to have as much control over your actions, and Easy Swing does the opposite. It also stops you from using movement techs such as Web Zip, which can really help you in sticky situations. To be honest, Venom isn't a difficult character. He really doesn't have many things that you need to master mechanically, so most of your improvement is going to come from understanding the game fundamentally and mastering your cooldown usage. I would also like to note that this guide assumes that you already know some of Venom's abilities and how they work. To quickly go over Venom's playstyle, Venom is a dive tank, which means his whole kit focuses around diving the enemy backline, getting kills, dealing damage, keeping them busy. Getting kills is not the only way to get value in Venom. If you just deal damage, waste the enemy cooldowns, this will give your team enough time to win the fight because they either don't have heals or their DPS can't get picks. So don't worry if you're not getting kills, as long as you're getting value, you are fine. Now for some essentials when playing Venom. Number 1, your primary fire. After every burst, you should weave in melee hits. This will give you an insane DPS increase. However, you should also remember that Venom's primary fire is the most inconsistent primary fire in the game. It can headshot, however, it shoots from 4 different places on his body, which results in you pretty much always getting a mixture of headshots and body shots, even though you're aiming right at the head. Number 2 is save Venom Swing if possible. This is your main mobility cooldown. This will let you live and get out of really bad situations. So if possible, when first engaging enemies, you should try using your wall climb up, and then dive on the enemy. Otherwise, you will probably find yourself in situations where you can't really do anything, you can't deal damage, you don't have your cooldowns, and you die. And this directly links us to the third tip that I have for you, which is always remember your cooldowns. Your cooldowns are very, very important on Venom. Venom can't really do that much damage, which means you can't damage your way out of most situations. You need to always remember your 2 primary cooldowns, which is Venom Swing and Symbiotic Resilience. These are 2 cooldowns that you always need to remember. If you don't pay attention to those cooldowns, you will find yourself in situations where you simply die and you couldn't really do anything about that. So if you want to stop inting, if you want to stop throwing matches, keep an eye on your cooldowns. It is extremely important. Now I will try to quickly cover Venom's abilities. His first ability, Venom Swing, is pretty self-explanatory. The next ability, Symbiotic Resilience, heals you to 100% of your health with bonus health, and gives you 100 bonus health on top. Bonus health is not permanent health, which means even if you're not taking damage, it will start decreasing. You should use this ability when you're at about 200 HP or below. You should also keep in mind that good players will try to stun you right before you use it so that you become a free kill. Another thing is, if you use this ability too early, you should get out of the fight. Good players will come to their teammates that Venom just used his shields and he's a free kill. You should also never hold on to this ability if you're on low health. Next ability is Frenzied Arrival. Frenzied Arrival does a slam that deals 65 damage in a 6-meter spherical radius around your targeted area. The damage falloff starts at 2 meters, so you should always try to hit your enemies as accurately as possible. The next ability is Cellular Corrosion. Cellular Corrosion is an 8-meter AoE tether. All enemies tethered take 5 damage and get a 15% slow. If they don't move away for more than 11 meters, within 3 seconds, they take 80 extra damage. And finally, Venom's Ultimate. Venom's Ultimate, Feast of the Abyss, has a 7-meter AoE radius. It deals equal to 50% of the target's health and adds 40 damage on top. the most important part about this ultimate is that it converts all damage dealt into bonus health. There are two main mistakes that I've seen people do when using Venom's ultimate. Number one, using it too late into the fight. Using the Venom ultimate earlier in the fight means that you are very likely to force a support ultimate too early by diving the supports and using the ult combo, which I will explain later. And this brings a ton of value. You might not get a kill, however, you have forced their support ultimate too early, and they will not have it when they actually need it. And number two, using it when on low HP, you need to keep in mind that you can still get CC'd right as you're using the ultimate, and you still take damage when in ultimate. Which means that it's very likely that you will just get taken down while you're in ult, and then you've just wasted your ultimate. Instead, you should use it when on full HP, because that likely means that the enemy is full HP as well. When using it on a full HP enemy, you will do more damage because the Venom ult does percentage based damage, and in turn you will get more overhealth. Now for the ult combo. I haven't seen anyone use this combo or talk about it yet, so I'm gonna assume this is the first time you're hearing about this. Using this combo, you will be able to 1. Secure kills with your ultimate, and 2. You will deal way more damage. So if you don't get kills, which is, it's harder to get kills, it's the combo is not too consistent. Either way, by doing this, you will give your DPS a very good chance to clean up the fight. So it's very important that you coordinate with them when you slam, when you use your ultimate, because, you know, they need to know that. If they don't know that, they won't know that they need to follow up. Anyways, to the combo. The combo goes slam, tether, and ult. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to use Frenzied Arrival to slam on the opponents, dealing a little bit of damage. Then you will instantly use Cellular Corrosion. Then, right after that, you use your ultimate. So you're going to want to wait a second or a second and a half to use your ultimate right before the Cellular Corrosion detonates. This will give the supports a chance to use their cooldowns and heal themselves up. Because a lot of people, what they do is they get scared after taking the damage from Frenzied Arrival. They get scared, they pop their healing cooldown, and then the damage from your ultimate and Cellular Corrosion will either leave them one shot or fully kill them. So you're going to want to wait at least like a second right before Cellular Corrosion procs, and then you use your ultimate, and then Cellular Corrosion explodes, and that's how you get the most damage out of it. You want to use it right before Cellular Corrosion because, once again, the ultimate does percentage based damage, and if Cellular Corrosion does 80 damage, you will do less damage with your ultimate, and you will not be able to super kills. Now onto Venom's main weakness. Venom's main weakness is CC abilities, such as Luna Snow Freeze, Mantis Sleep, and Penny Parker's Web. There are many more CC abilities, but the same goes for every single dive character. CC abilities are very, very dangerous, especially once you've already used your cooldowns and you want to get out of the fight. That is the time when good players are going to try and CC you, so that you just become a free kill. You should always try looking for those CC abilities when they go out, when they don't have them anymore, or if they're not playing characters with CC abilities, then you should be playing very, very aggressive. When playing with a dive comp, let's say a Spider-Man and a Black Panther, you should always coordinate a dive, and then you should be the one tanking the CC abilities. Venom has a very large health pool, and he can tank those abilities. If he gets slept, frozen, or netted, it is very likely that he will still live if he has his cooldowns. However, if the same happens to Spider-Man or Black Panther, they're pretty much dead. The final thing that I want to talk about is diving. When diving, you should always keep a few things in mind, one of them being the position of your team. You should always know where your team is and if they can benefit from the value that you will get by getting kills or dealing damage or wasting cooldowns. Let's say your team is walking from spawn, and then you decide to dive the enemy backline. that will provide zero value and most likely get you killed. Instead, you should wait till your team is with you, then you can make a dive, they can heal you, or maybe the DPS can dive with you and quickly clean up a fight. The second thing is timing. So you should always coordinate your dive according to what sort of actions are happening in the game and what sort of cooldowns the enemy team still has. Let's say, even though your team is with you, you dive in first before the fight happens, and you will probably just die. Because the whole team, if they're not busy, they're gonna get busy with you. They will use their cooldowns and you will die in like half a second. So, that just won't happen. Instead, you should wait till they're busy with something. Let's say they're trying to go on point. Let's say they're trying to fight, the fight starts. Then you dive the backline and then you apply pressure like that. The second thing is cooldowns. You should always know what sort of cooldowns they still have, what sort of ultimates, what sort of stuns, what sort of CC they have. So let's say Luna hasn't used her ult yet, which means you can force that ultimate. When diving a Luna Snow with an ultimate, your primary goal, it shouldn't be getting the kill. It should be forcing the ultimate. Because that ultimate is extremely strong, and if you force it too early, then they won't have it when they need it. And the third thing, and arguably the most important one, is coordination with your team. I cannot stress this enough. Using voice chat, talking to your teammates, is of extreme importance. You will not climb if you don't talk with your team. Letting them know what you will do just provides an insane amount of value. Just speaking with your team, coordinating, letting them know what you will do, and then allowing them to react what you will do, and that way, just synergize a little bit more. It's just, it is overpowered. You should absolutely abuse this, If you want to climb, this is the best strategy for you. You should always use voice chat, no matter what character you're playing, no matter if it's dive, nothing. If you're using your voice chat, if you're telling your team what you will do, and maybe, brainstorming what you guys should do, it will make you infinitely better at the game. Also, remember to check your cooldowns before you dive. Very important. If you dive in without your cooldowns, that's just a big L. You've just sold. You've just sold the house, the farm, your family. You just made the biggest sale of your life if you dove in and you don't have your cooldowns. That's the dumbest thing that you can do. Alright, that's about it. Well, thank you for watching. I'm sorry if the video is not up to your standards. I did try to put a lot of work into this. However, it is my first time doing something like this, so I'm sure I won't get it in my first try. I also have this really weird lisp and a stutter. So some of these things, they took like over 120 tries to take. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If you hear some like weird, stutters, it just happens to me sometimes. So, just my bad on that. But yeah, I do plan to make a part 2 because there are a lot of things that I didn't cover. Also, if you want a more in-depth guide on how to dive, you should also check out Carcat's video. He made an incredible video. It is 3 minutes long, and it pretty much covers absolutely everything. So you should definitely watch that video. Keep in mind there will probably be some differences because, well, he plays DPS, so it is a little different. However, his guide is incredibly good. And if you want to play Black Panther, he's the guy for you. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around until the end. And let me know what I could do better to, make better content, because I've been enjoying this game for a very, very long time now. And I do want to make more stuff about it, Yeah. Anyways, see you.